So, are we live yet? Looks like Mixer's realized that we're live. Better get my headphones on. Make sure that the audio's coming through okay. Better get my headphones on. Make sure that the audio's coming through okay. That seems a little bit quiet, but lately I've been redlining a lot, so I feel like it might be a bad idea for me to try to be any louder. I don't know how you guys feel about this volume. Because is my voice coming through all right? Got a mic right here. And it's pointed at my potential guests over there. Let's see, I guess I should watch the chat if I want to know the answers to questions. Jesse Baker needs the game harder. We're doing our best. Mr. Dart says a bit echoey. I hope I don't have anything on here that is... Okay, everything's muted, so... Now, if I was talking directly into the microphone like this, that would have a different quality to my voice. But because I have the loudest voice by far in any room that I'm in, I usually point the mics away from myself and towards the guests, which makes them more likely to be heard. In fact, I could even stretch this mic a little closer to where our guests are going to sit, and that makes me even more distant, but maybe that's fine. Oh, speaking of guests, look, it's Brant, ta-da, and nobody else.
And special guests.
Absolutely nobody.
If they get in here.
Nope, nobody's here.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Brant, just a bunch of fanfare for nothing.
That was a false, sorry.
That's okay. Brent's very excited to introduce you guys to our special guests today, but he's apparently more excited than they are. So let me, I need to make sure I set up this and that. Okay, people are saying no echo, that's good. So you guys can hear me all right? Let me, I'm going to switch over to Mixer again to just listen to myself at this volume, talking to that microphone to make sure I'm not redlining. No echo, that's good. So, you guys can hear me all right? Let me, I'm going to switch over to Mixer again to just listen to myself at this volume, talking to that microphone to make sure I'm not redlining. Okay, I'm not redlining. That's good, because like, I think the previous two shows, I will listen to them later, I'm like, I am just in the red the entire time, and it was freaking me out. I'm like, nobody wants to listen to distortion on the voice of the host. That's ridiculous. But so I think I'll dodge that this time. The question is, are you guys going to be able to hear our guests well enough at this same volume? Because nobody talks as loud as me. So this will be interesting. Someday we should get like body mics or something so we can just set volume independently for each person. Night Hunter's like, mic check 1 2 1 2. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we're going to be revealing some new content today. So you guys get a special treat. It's, you know, nothing as huge as like Trumbull Valley or anything like that. It's something smaller, but hopefully you guys will be into it. So we're going to have some of the creators of this new content here to talk to us. We're going to have a special observer here from outside the company to help react to things. Yep, not going to say exactly what it is yet. I think some folks have some good guesses, but we're not going to talk about it precisely what it is until we're on the air, because our most special guest has no idea what it is. And so we want to retain the surprise for one of our guests. Yeah, I know. I guess I put it in the title, didn't I? So you guys know who it is. It's FallDownGoBoom. He's going to be in here. So we got FallDown. He came to visit us all the way from Boston, and then we've also got Dan Mod, who's going to be in here. He's an artist. He'll be telling us about some things. Oh man, you guys are gonna make me feel bad listing all the things that it's not. That you what? Dun, 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 dun. All right. So we've got Mark Lautenbach is in here. FallDownGoBoom is in here.
How's it going, everyone?
None of them are well lit, so you can't tell who they are unless they take their seats. And Dan Mod. So our main guests today are FallDownGoBoom and Dan Mod. Mark and Brant are going to be in here to sort of bother us from behind the scenes. And yeah, so everybody is in here guessing what the new toys are going to be. Somebody thinks it's going to be a nuke. So folks are saying that it's going to be
Modern Warfare 2 nuke.
New freaks. Yeah, we'll have to see what it is. We have not told Fall Down yet, and so he's going to get to sit down and kind of be surprised.
I know nothing, guys. I know nothing.
So Dan's gonna have to hand the control over when we introduce.
At some point, yeah, maybe so. So let's let Dan and Fall Down take their seats.
That's right. I am physically here, guys. How's it going?
Yeah, we're not Skyping this guy in. He's actually going to be here in the studio.
What's up, Coconut?
And he's much better
I'm
reading.
just gonna stand behind Jeffrey like security guards.
That sounds good.
Right about here.
Perfect.
If you guys wanted to go grab some chairs, actually, from outside, I mean,
be a
we
good
usually can steal some. Go from around like where Carrie sits. Is the best place to get chairs.
Joe Bob, I wasn't joking when I said I was tall, man. I am a large human being.
So Fall Down is much better at reading the chat than I am, and so he's going to be the most valuable asset we've ever added to this stream team. So.
I'm excited.
Can we see ourselves over here?
Yeah, so I can't make you see yourself all the time, but let me here. I can make you see yourself on a delay.
Exactly.
So on a slight delay.
Hello, Brazil.
What's up, guys?
Ooh, it's us.
Good to see you all.
Yeah, so it's you from a few seconds ago, and you can just sort of get a sense of where you are in the camera.
Get over where they can see you. No one wants to see me. No, they don't want to see me.
Moff, hello. Spoiler alert, every character dies on this stream. It's possible, Angel, but we already did that.
We did a full community wipe earlier.
We're gonna make a whole lot of noise today, so it's probably gonna happen.
Yeah, so I think Mark can be seen all the time. You might have to lean in when you want
What's
to
up,
be seen.
Scar? How's it going,
They
guys?
don't need to see me. I'm just gonna watch chat here.
All right, cool. So yeah, usually when I'm watching chat, it looks like this. So there you go. I've got to resize everything on my screen here. Someday we're gonna have a nice streaming setup.
I agree completely.
MC, language like that's not gonna get you any secrets. Come on now.
Don't get sassy on the stream.
Seriously, come on.
You got a sweet talk brand.
I'm gonna scoot over. Now that I know where these guys are sitting. I'm gonna go scoot their camera over just a little bit to kind of get a more middle frame.
Ooh, all right, yeah, cool.
Let's see. What is the delay on Mixer exactly?
It's healthy.
It's
Healthy.
It's true. It was nice meeting you in real life, Coconut.
I'm your new host. We're gonna make some severe changes around here.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's probably about right.
Mostly just this.
Mostly.
Mostly just trying to get Mark.
Mostly just Brent and Mark.
What happened last stream video? Everyone died. Literally everyone died.
Yeah, if you want to check it out on our YouTube channel or check out the VOD.
Got a nice video capturing it perfectly.
Oh, does he?
Yes.
It's amazing.
We just happened to be discussing the stuff hits the fan.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, and it did in mighty fine fashion.
So Mark is caught between both camera angles, which is hilarious. So we used to have a setup where we would have it on the couch. We had two cameras pointed at the couch, and I would very carefully align them so that you could actually move from one to the other, and it would look like just one continuous
Camera one,
shot.
camera two.
Only
Camera
at a
one,
certain
camera two.
distance. If you leaned in a little bit, you'd have three eyes, and if you leaned back a little bit, you'd have like one eye.
I like the
that's amazing.
hashtag blame Brant.
AB,
Nice.
is that Fallout Girl? Probably. AB Select Start. I actually have suggested many times that we turn this into a taco-centric stream, but it falls on deaf ears.
Yeah, well, once things have quieted down a little bit with new updates and stuff like that, and we're just desperate for content, we might very well have to do just entirely
Desperate
talking.
for content.
Yes.
Do you want 20 billion viewers at the concurrent, at the exact same time?
Yeah.
Make it a taco
Tacos.
stream.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. We can do all
heard
the
it here
things.
first.
And so we've got a proposal from Susan Olenek wants to do a wine-focused stream called State of Rosé.
Yes.
And
I approve.
21 and over.
I like it, and I approve.
yeah, we might have to get one.
Cerebral.
Might have to get one of those M ratings.
New Bullion.
What'd you say?
Lost 13 people in
Tacos
nightmare
and wine.
mode. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Just
One
wine
of
tacos.
us.
Tacos
One
dipped
of
in
us.
Hey, go for some sangria.
Ooh, sangria.
Sangria, delicious. And I would just like to point out that I did have tacos with Brant today, and they are delicious.
We had tacos. Tacos were involved.
Everyone here actually had tacos.
Yeah,
and they were amazing.
This is a non-enchilada group this time around.
Jaunty, I did not bring oven mitts for everyone. It was a thought. It was legitimately a thought that I was going to bring enough for everyone. Whoever had the controller was going to wear oven mitts, but I decided to be nice.
He also wants to be invited back. So.
He has to wear a puppet.
Nuvolution says they've lost 13 people in Nightmare mode so far, and they couldn't be happier. There's so many people who are just complaining that they never died, and this is.
It's what we asked for, right?
It's all
what we asked
come
for.
True.
Yeah, it's what we asked for. We asked for a harder difficulty, and you guys took it to the next level. So, well done.
Well, we've got 13 minutes until the stream starts properly. Sweet. We'll be able to actually start revealing what it is that we're showing to Fall Down for the very first time.
I'm excited. Showing to all of us, because I don't know.
Here. Yeah, so we've deliberately kept Fall Down in the dark. Yep. He doesn't know what he's going to see, and he's probably too excited, actually.
Yes, it's true.
He's only going to be disappointed. This entire stream is going to be Fall Down, just like head in his hands, miserable, because nothing can be as good.
Yeah. Oh, God. Well, wow, that time flew. Oh, man, I'm looking forward to it.
Hello to all our fans who've shown up. Thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. Even, with this may be the worst show of the year because Fall Down's on here.
I know. Sorry.
Can you guys hear Brant okay, by the way? Because he's talking kind of sideways into the mic, and I'm not sure how well you guys can tell what he's saying.
Fireworks.
We did. What's that mean?
I don't know.
Unlocked. We unlocked the code.
I don't use Mixer. But we got fireworks, guys. That's cool.
Lightning power 5,000.
Nice.
X danger zone X16.
We're not getting up. Yeah, we're not getting updates on this little channel here. I need to reload this.
Danger zone. I don't know what all that means because I'm new to Mixer. But the fact that you're firing fireworks just makes me happy.
That means we're gonna have fireworks on there for the rest of the stream.
I sound distant.
Yeah.
My therapist is working hard on
that. As long as you can hear him, he's supposed to be kind of the guy in the guy in the booth who kind of shouts into the studio.
Aquaman says they can hear Brent fine.
Okay, good. As long as you can understand him.
Fine, but
you can.
We can hear him plenty.
So we have the restream chat on our side. Isn't
it's not updating? Yeah. Okay. That's been happening. That happened over here too. So
right, cool.
Going to my annual review.
It's not that we don't love you.
Yeah. Let me know if it freezes again on you. If it just seems like it's not going anywhere.
All right, there we go. Oh, sweet.
We're moving.
Brant equals mysterious voice of God thundering in the distance. Nice.
Jonty, I already sent you a T-shirt. You don't have to be nice to me anymore.
Oh,
He's going for the jacket.
Yeah. Which is incredibly comfortable, by the way. The jacket?
Oh, yeah.
You're one of the few that has them.
I was going to say he got one.
I did. I won one.
And he didn't give it away?
I won one. No, of course not. Please.
Like so.
It's awesome.
Dude.
It's awesome. I love that jacket. It's so warm.
You're a nice
yeah,
guy.
it kind of surprised me. Like, you expect jackets that you get that are branded and they're from something to just be the cheapest possible jacket you can get.
No, that thing's legit.
Yeah,
that
it's like
legit. It is a.
This guy from Boston telling us it's warm enough.
Yeah, it is. It is a nice one.
I like how it's subtle, and you'd have to be a big fan to recognize it. But
Otherwise,
it's also a cool reference.
It just seems like it's from a gas station.
And it's a neat logo.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love that.
It's solid
all
all
jacket.
around.
I love that jacket. Did just recently claim an artillery outpost. Thanks for the reminder. Big Lou. Oh yeah, artillery is fun. It's fun. It's one of those sometimes foods, but when you use it,
sprinkle some artillery.
Exactly. Sprinkle a little sprinkle of artillery goes a long way.
A smattering.
Sailor Wolf says that we should scan Fall Down's face for the game. I don't think that Matt's got his stuff up and running right now, or that would be a great idea.
I would scare the zombies away.
Honestly, Matt needs to use these lights right here in order to do it, so can't do it on stream day.
GD White Flames, it is definitely possible to win Nightmare without using a fully decked out community. It is hard. You have to take your time. It is one of those things that if you are running through it, you're going to die. But if you use Sneak, if you go slowly, you can definitely do it.
By the way, can everyone hear Fall Down and Dan well enough? Because
test 1 2.
Yeah, I tried
1 2
to
test 1 2.
3, 4, 5, 6.
I tried to simulate their voice volumes myself in order to test it out, but my voice is just naturally 3 times as loud as anyone else's,
got a
and
couple
so
yeses,
like that's why I've got myself talking sideways into a microphone while the microphones are actually pointed directly at you guys.
Yep, I project pretty well.
Yeah, so I
From-
figured you probably did. I wasn't sure
Yeah.
whether, because Dan can have kind of a quiet voice sometimes, but I think with this microphone right there, it should be about equalized.
Yeah. No, we're good.
We're good.
We're good.
Cool,
Solid.
awesome.
Yeah.
Everybody can hear
Lots
it.
of yeses on the streams.
This is why I do the pre-stream, so you guys can tell me if I've broken something before this actual official stream begins.
Jaunty, exactly. Patience is key for Nightmare if you're going with a fresh community without a boatload of C4 and Red Talon explosives and things like that. You just gotta use your boots, kick them, kick everything.
Congrats
Makes less noise.
Congrats to Coconut Kid because he just hit 100 days in
100
Nightmare.
days.
So I think that's an achievement, right? So hopefully we got you
Well
an achievement
done.
for that.
Way to go, Coconut.
Good job, Coconut.
So Swarslicious, actually, days when we have the stream are the days when I do the least other work besides the stream, and so that's why I'm so chipper and happy. If this was a normal day, I would have been like, debugging missions all day, and I would have just been like, oh.
Jeffrey's usually broken by about 11:30 in the morning.
Yeah, then it's like I got to go take a walk and get a donut or something like that. But today it's great because I get to hang out with you guys. Tuesday is the best day of my week.
Ooh, Scarproof asks, Fall Down, are you going to the shooting range with Brant?
I don't know. It's been a long time.
Between Dan, Mark, and I, trying to convince us to go to the shooting range is
I'm sure
not
incredibly difficult.
We may or may not be sharing pictures of an excursion they took to the shooting range on this stream.
Nice.
So you guys can look forward to that. Dolbs, we might
throwing
actually,
down.
depending on which AI guys falling out of the sky problem that you're having, we may have a fix in the works for that.
It's so funny though.
Yeah,
it's
it's
so
pretty funny. Yeah, I like to call them drop bears when they do that.
Me too. nice throwback.
Rawr.
Yeah,
I approve.
That's
that might actually,
that space trawler.
that phrase might actually be in the patch notes for our next patch.
I approve.
So
I approve. Oh,
So
man.
people,
What was
Nana
that?
Gamer just showed up and she's like, toys, new stuff. Yep. We're gonna,
Oh yeah. Oh
so
yeah.
we can't tell you the date when you're going to receive said new stuff, but we've got a dev build of the game sitting like you can kind of see right there. This is not the release version of the game.
There.
This is
There.
yeah.
Over there.
Right there. This is a dev build of the game. It's not been released yet. It's got a bunch of new content in it that you guys don't have yet. And so Fall Down is going to get to be the first person to see it up close and personal.
I'm excited.
And you all can share this this moment with us. In about 6 minutes is when we're
Nice.
going to start.
Nice.
600 seconds.
Dead man's
Yeah.
breath. Use your boots, man.
Dan can do the math.
Use your boots. You don't.
Wait, that's
You
300
don't need
seconds.
C4. Just kick it to death.
I'm an artist, all right?
I'm like, I actually do have to enter numbers of seconds as part of my job.
That's 10 minutes.
Like how long is it gonna take before this
It was a
event of
test.
the mission happens?
It was a
300
test,
seconds.
Jeffrey. You
Yep,
passed.
yep. Well done.
300.
Yeah, it's not in minutes. I actually once had a tool where we could actually enter in hours, minutes, and seconds. It was so convenient. But yeah, right now you have to like do the math in your head to just do everything in seconds or everything in centimeters.
That sounds brutal. That sounds brutal.
Was that
No,
meme
thank
with
you.
all the numbers and the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
also why when they give us artists assignments, they tell us in how many sandwiches it's due in instead of days. Or
Nice.
How many sleeps?
Well, how do they know how many sandwiches you can eat in one sitting?
How many
That's my
sleeps?
question.
I like that.
yeah,
should've done that.
that's how I communicate with kids.
How many times I gotta go to sleep?
Valid point. Valid
production
point.
problem.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And during crunch periods, I guess sleeps is probably a longer period of time. So not
Well,
around here though.
sandwiches.
Not
Don't
around
tell
here,
my
though.
kids that.
We haven't had crunches that bad.
Yeah. Oh man.
If we gave you motorcycles...
Like in real life,
no,
because we can't afford that.
Yeah.
Margarita,
Say the F word here.
I'm the guy to talk to about that.
It's true.
We probably need some design help on that, but motorcycles would be awesome. So.
Yeah, the challenge with motorcycles is they demand completely new animations from the player character, and the physics introduces entirely new problems.
And
for
what
how to
happens
handle
when you-
collisions and things?
Like horses.
Get off of them. Do they just...
Do they stay up? Do they tilt over?
Magic
Do we need like a
kickstand.
bunch of animations for characters lifting up the motorcycles? I mean, Grand Theft Auto makes it work. Grand Theft Auto has 5 times as many people
true.
on their team as
Probably
we have.
10.
No, 10 times.
10 times,
Let's be
yeah,
honest.
exactly.
Let's be honest.
Yeah. you're right.
Rockstar is gigantic.
No, I counted. They have more people in their catering department than we have in our whole company.
That's insane. I don't know. Hopefully you guys heard that because that is a number that's huge. Like,
I want that many people just serving me food.
Yeah,
know?
just
Like,
you.
just-
You're the only
just
person in the
me,
company,
like-
and then 60 people in a
One
catering
person per
department.
grape. Just
They line up grape by
exactly.
grape.
grape by grape.
Good.
Yeah, and for you, it's like eating corn on the cob, but it's
Yeah,
just like they're
just
just
I-
passing it right by you. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh jeez.
Somebody wants Squatch to be a playable character.
I could see that.
Zach Peterson wants an RV that acts like an outpost, which is actually an idea that we had early on. We
We've
had to
had
cut it
that.
because it was complicated. But
We had
Guys,
that inside the house.
That is
yeah.
amazing. That is amazing. Oh, let's see.
Yeah.
It just goes so fast.
yeah, we had the
It
idea
does.
one time of having
so
vehicles
fast,
where
it's
if you open the trunk instead of storage, they had a facility, which could have been neat, but
Nice.
that was
That'd be-
didn't get anywhere near release.
Yeah, that'd be. Ooh,
When I
that'd
grab a
be.
camper.
Yeah.
Vikings Axe. I like that idea. Alexandre Cinema Studios. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Which
cool.
Are we watching right here?
Yes.
No, what?
This is all of them combined. So this is our
Oh,
restream
yeah.
chat over here, where we can see like if you see the icons, whether
Okay.
someone's from Twitch, Mixer, or YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just so you guys know,
Unfortunate color combinations.
like there's
Yeah.
a compressed chat where all of you are in here at the same time.
Yeah, so each of you can only see the people, like the people on Twitch can only see the other people on Twitch, people on Mixer can only
Yeah.
see the other people on Mixer. We're looking at all of you all at once, but you can kind of see that, you can see what we're looking at on the screen here. You can kind of see how your own chat's being combined for us.
How's it going, Maxie?
Though, actually, oh yeah, the
Upgrade base walls.
you know
Cable.
what? The chat
I
has
see you.
the chat
That'd be
broke
awesome.
in the stream too. Let me see if I
Oh,
can
no.
fix that. So I'm gonna copy that. Open up the restream
Jeff doesn't
chat.
get enough credit for this to keep things running smoothly. Thanks are in order.
That's
well,
for sure.
That is for sure.
We will
That is for
see.
sure.
We'll see if that
call,
actually
Big
remains
Luke.
true.
Yep. Yep.
I wonder what happens if I just kill it and then bring it back. This is not working properly. Dang it! See, you guys are talking about how I'm keeping things running smoothly, and I am not. I am absolutely not doing that. Yeah, I might.
Man.
The chat here might just be dead, and I'm not sure what to do about it.
Strato Sean, I had the exact same experience. Believe me.
Yep,
It
I think I'm
was
just gonna
the
kill it.
moment I went into nightmare mode on my own just kind of screwing around and playing.
2 minutes.
I
Yeah, I'm telling it to them. You go. You keep going.
a blood plague juggernaut. But part of what I did was I wanted to see how many hits it would take for them to kill me. So that was entirely on me and not on the survivor or anything like that. I just walked up and was like, "Hello." Turns out it's 3. They'll hit you in the ground, they'll pick you up, they'll hit you in the ground, they'll pick you up, and you're dead. So
Dave Studenberg, I'm not actually sure what you're talking about. We fix some bugs occasionally about the way that navigation works in the game. But it sounds like you're experiencing something in your game where characters are jogging when you don't want them to jog, or vice versa. If maybe I'm not going to be able to keep up with you on the stream to try to figure out your problem, but if you can report what you're experiencing to support.stateofdecay.com,
ability
that'll
to
come
craft
back to us,
trade
and we'll be
goods.
able to look into it.
the
Because
ability to craft trade goods.
yeah, because
Trade goods, that'd be cool.
if you're not having the experience you want with your character's navigation, we want to do something about that.
Swagger, there are locations that you can do that. Like if you go to the brewery, you can make vodka. Is it vodka and other
Think so. Yeah.
tradable items?
Yeah, I think I'm trying to remember.
I don't remember exactly what they're called, but if you go to
It was
the
in the
brewery,
still, right? Or
Yeah,
the-
you can
yeah.
brew
you
up
can
some stuff.
you can brew stuff for trading. So that's in the game, just not every single location doesn't have that.
Oh, Mr. Dart, I hope you're feeling better.
Oh, Dart, yeah, buddy. Toothache is the worst.
All right,
understand.
I think it's time for us to get started for reals. So what we're going to just go quiet here for a second, and then come back, and I'll introduce everybody. Get ready. You're not on camera anymore,
That's
but
fine.
you will be very soon. Hey, welcome to the State of Decay 2 stream. I'm your host, Jeffrey Card, and this is a very special episode because we're going to be revealing some brand new content to you guys that's going to be arriving in a free update sometime in the near future. We can't actually reveal when, but we want to be able to reveal what. And so that's what we're going to be doing today, and we've got some special guests with us to make this happen. FallDownGoBoom, one of our favorite streamers, has actually flown out here to join us. And we've got Mark Lautenbach poking his head in here and there.
He's going to be everywhere.
Yeah, Mark is going to be on every single shot.
That is my dream.
So how you doing, Fall Down, Go Boom?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. It's crazy that I'm here.
It's crazy that I'm here. Thank you guys for inviting me. I appreciate it.
He's a great lunch companion. If any of you ever get to spend time with him,
We had tacos. It was delicious. And legitimately, that's not like a joke. We actually went out for tacos, and they were really, really good.
and then next to him there, we've got Dan Mod, who's a hard surface artist here on the team.
Hey, guys.
He has made a bunch of guns. And Dan, why are we here today?
We're here today because we're unveiling, or getting a sneak preview of the World War II weapon pack.
That's right. So, and this is
Dude.
sweet. This isn't something people are going to be paying for. This is something that's just going to drop right into the game for
right.
free
Yeah.
in some undetermined amount of time.
Yes.
And so we've
Soon
actually
is the word I was told. So.
exactly.
Oh, that's so cool.
So we've actually set up a community that has all of the guns so that Dan can walk us through every
Yeah.
single gun. So feel free to unpause. Oh, I think I've got it inverted, if that's going to be a problem for you.
That's a problem.
Womp womp.
I should have mentioned that to you earlier.
There you go.
Let me fix that and set the correct
Put it in
controls.
human mode.
Human mode.
How's it going, Chen Chen?
So what's up, guys? This was a passion project of ours. Myself, Mark, and Brant. We put this package together for you guys. And did a little research. We did some traveling. And I'm just so excited that, sometimes dreams come true, you guys. Sometimes you get to deliver.
Saving Private Bloater. Thank you, Aquaman Slugger. That was funny.
Amazing.
So this was not something that just sort of came down the top and some boss here
No,
decided, oh, we need to add World War II weapons to the game. Instead, this is bubbling up from you guys.
We had just finished State of Decay 2, and we were like, what can we do to keep busy and keep after it? And I thought that I actually made a grease gun, which is
Nice.
We'll go over that in a little bit, but I made a grease gun, and then Brant and Mark and I started talking. I was like, you do this, you do this. And we all started cranking on them, and we made this pretty cool set, and it's going to get to see the light of day, and
So cool.
it's free, and it's just a cool update. Band of bloaters, I like it.
Yeah, awesome.
And we're gonna make some noise and cause some destruction today. This one, Curry, nice. I grew up in New Orleans, and some of you might know there's a World War II museum there. And Brant and I took a trip down there and checked out some of the hardware that they had there, and thought that it'd be a really cool pack to kind of find, Grandpa's old gun. So a lot of these guns are randomly placed in the environment. You'll just start randomly finding cool vintage stuff.
And I should mention, actually, there's also going to be a historical weapons trader who shows up at the same rate as a lot of the other traders. So if you really want to make sure you get the gun you want, look for that trader. And there's even going to be some like rare versions of these weapons that are going to show up in the rare crates.
Yeah, there's some specialty modified versions. Because
cool.
some of them actually had, during the war, they had some really rare one-offs that they had made for special missions and things. And we thought they're too cool to pass up, so we tossed them in too.
So what's this character
cool.
got? What's he packing?
So he's got the classic BAR. This is the ultimate problem solver.
Yeah. That's so neat. Now, is this on normal, dread, or nightmare?
We're on normal right now. We didn't want it to be too much of a threat.
Is there a toggle for auto, semi-auto, or is it just auto for
For
the
the BAR, it's right now. It's just this one is stuck on auto.
This one?
Yeah.
That's right.
Because it's not just the three of us. Because there's another person involved in our Mad Gun Circle, and his name's Brian. You've met him before.
He might even be listening to the stream right now and monitoring the chat.
And Brian has all the details on what he gets to do with dialing the dials and toggling the toggles on the weapons that we give him.
It's definitely a team effort where on the art side you guys come up with these crazy or historical or meaningful weapons, and then it's Brian's job to sort of create the experience of firing it and what it means statistically, and then the audio team also contributes a ton.
And then even the tougher job of how that gun fits into the guns of State of Decay in a way that either doesn't make it too overpowered or makes it has to be useful but not the super weapon.
We want to add a new layer to what we already have, but we also want to play homage to the weapons as they were historically.
Yeah.
So we try to make them the textures, the materials, the models, the shape. I mean, we were pretty hard on ourselves to make these as well-rounded and accurate as possible. And then I worked with Brian, and he made them, you know, to the specs that fit the gun and also fit in our game. Because you do have to kind of play a fine line of real world versus, you know, game balance.
So what is this in his pocket?
So we have the standard 1918 BAR, and here's a little description that you guys can check it out. Then we also have the Barrow style BAR. And does anybody know the significance of the Barrow name?
I don't know a thing about it.
I don't.
So there's this couple of no-good ruffians, Bonnie and Clyde, and Clyde's last name was Barrow. And it was a popular weapon for him because it stopped police cars. It was pretty devastating. You know, the gangster movies are popular with the Tommy gun, but the true real issue that they ran into was the BAR with the. Now he didn't have a
Red dot scope.
a red dot mounted at the top of his, but
Came out a few years later.
came out a few years later. But as you can see, it's got a shorter barrel on it. It's a little more compact, wieldy, and you know, we just thought it'd be cool to have, you know, a nod to that history.
Vasinum777 on YouTube has a question. We want to know if there's going to be any other like quality of life improvements, bug fixes, things like that coming into the game with the World War II guns. And the answer is yes. In fact, there's going to be a stream in the future where we go over the entire patch notes list, everything that comes with the World War II guns, and it's actually kind of a lot.
Yeah, this is a big update.
So you might, if you're watching very carefully in the UI, there might be places where you can actually see some of the features that are coming in because we can't hide them from you. But yeah, for now, the thing we're showing you is the guns.
Show 'em.
No one really pays that close attention, do they?
No, of course not. Every snippet is held over a friggin' microscope and just like,
So-
oh, I see something there.
Jeff, we're just gonna go down the line.
Yeah, so go over to the far left. You're on the far left character. Just switch over to Ron there. He's got the next set of guns.
Let's see what Ron's got.
Mon Prince, yes, it is. It is getting more amazing with time.
Speaking of which, we got the Tommy gun. You couldn't do a vintage World War II pack without the Thompson.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have put you on a higher difficulty level so there'd just be zillions of zombies.
We don't want to repeat of last week.
Or do we?
So this one we can do a fire select mode. We can do
Awesome.
full auto or single shot.
Nothing we can't handle, though.
Oh, there you go. There's
Oh,
some
hey,
zombies
we-
coming in.
Hello.
Yeah, we've got a siege coming in. That is a Tommy gun.
Get you some.
That is nice.
You got a
That's
siege?
so cool. Yeah, you got a siege coming in.
That'll be perfect.
Make it stay down.
That's so cool.
Sound is great.
It's so, yeah.
Yeah, the audio team doesn't get enough credit for how much the experience of firing a gun is down to their work.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do amazing work.
Well, your audio team is awesome. I maintain that there's never been a more accurately annoying sound than a Norma with a busted with a couple of kind of
Squeaky belts.
busted squeaky belts like that. Just instantaneously, I'm like, must fix car.
Not gonna lie.
So
Have a truckload of zombies
totally
coming in.
The sound team that you guys have here is top
This is the Gangland Strad. It's a modified version of the Thompson.
larger clip.
It's got
Ooh, the drum.
the classic.
So sexy.
Yeah, so it's called the Strad, I think, because it's after the Stradivarius violin, because somebody could hide this in a violin case.
Really?
And march it into, maybe not with that enormous drum mag. Maybe you need a cello case for that.
That's so neat.
Where are they at? Am I missing something?
It's probably it's the very beginning of the game. It's probably a really tiny
Oh yeah, it'll be like five.
siege.
Be like
Yeah.
5 or 6 zombies.
There they are. They're over in
you
the
some.
corner.
Oh, that sound. That is does it come silenced or does
Yeah.
it? Oh, this thing comes silenced?
So this will be one of all these variants that you guys see. These will all be the weapons you find in the special weapons in the secret cases, you know.
Yeah, so whenever like basically the weapon that each of these characters starts with, that's the one that you can find in any normal case. You can buy them from the trader, but then the special weapons they have in their pockets, like the Gangland Strad or the Barrow style BAR, you can only find those in the special weapon containers that are hidden around the map.
Okay. All right.
SOD2 Denio, yeah, they're all World War II weapons because we're calling this the World War II weapons pack.
Nice.
This is my last mag.
Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah, it's kind of our unofficial nickname for it.
You want to keep moving down the line?
Barely got through.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Imagine how much worse it is for the people out
So
there.
Nabucco there.
Did he? Oh no, he had.
She's got the original World War II gun.
Oh, look at that.
First edition
Look at that.
is personally one of my favorites. It
Oh, there's Brian in chat.
the old Thompson.
Cool.
Yeah.
The old Thompson was pretty expensive to make, and later in the war we needed more and more of them.
Oh man, that sound.
And it's got a little bit slower rate of fire, so you can control it a little bit better than the Thompson.
Zach Peterson, no, there's no Edwin Duran because we didn't have a system for doing
Ding.
sound correctly at the end of a magazine. So we're not going to do it if we can't get it perfectly right.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of had to fit this into into the way that weapons are already set up, and since
Yeah.
none of the modern weapons we had made a
Nothing
ding
else that
at the
does that
end.
kind of thing, so we didn't.
Yeah.
Side clip stuff, nope.
Yep.
Oh man, that's so cool.
And
This
then
Ferret, you can make your own community of the Dirty Dozen. I like the way you think.
And then this one is the we call this one the graveyard shift, and this is the nighttime problem solver.
let's go find some nighttime problems.
Yeah, there's a problem over there.
There are lots of problems in this game.
It's all suppressed.
Integrally suppressed.
Yes.
Or, sorry, a permanent suppressor.
Yes.
Oh, so nice. I mean, for those of you that are in Nightmare mode or have played through Nightmare mode, you guys know how important a suppressor is. Oh, it's so important to have a suppressor on your gun. Otherwise, everyone comes to
This
eat.
this will be one of the first ones I'm going to track down in my game.
Oh hell. Heck yeah.
Oh, there has been worse things said on this
There are
stream.
worse-
Darn tootin', exactly.
Dag,
Yeah, sure.
never.
I'm like stamping it down. It's like my kids are around. I'm like,
That'll
nope.
make us standing.
So
Oh man,
that's
Graveyard
graveyard
shift.
shift.
I love the name.
And the grease gun. It was fun coming up with some of the names for
Zach
these.
Peterson, I own them. I don't. Yeah. So I know what it's like to shoot an M1. We already explained why we can't put it in the game.
You gotta get back home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not quite there yet.
So does for the permanently silenced weapons that are in here, is there a do they actually have the same negative that normal
Suppressors have where you lose durability faster.
That is a Brian
That is
question.
a Brian question.
Well, like Brian.
We'll have to watch the chat
Paging
and see if
Brian.
Brian answers it.
I told Brian to come in if we give him the high sign, which is Brian.
integral? Yes, thank you, Brian. Integrally suppressed
Fun word.
guns generally don't have the durability penalty. Thank you so much, but they get other stat penalties. I would assume that's fantastic.
They
Thank
were
you, Brian.
built with it.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, so what do we have here?
My personal favorite is the 1911.
Oh, so sexy.
So
Yep.
so there was already a
1911
1911 in the game.
Yes.
But what makes this one distinct?
So it's just the vintage cool factor. You know, it's got the Bakelite grips. It's got the finish on it. It just looks the part. The model is different. I didn't just texture the old one and give it to you guys. It's if you look at it nice and close, like this guy can. and it was a lot of fun to make.
Yeah, the 1911 is a pretty popular gun, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been
Around
around.
a while.
It's been around it's called the 1911 because it's been around since 1911. So.
Oh man, that's so
I
neat.
think we have a trivia question.
Yeah, well, people should remember facts about the 1911 for later.
Oh wow.
Bam!
That's so cool. Oh, that sound.
Bam!
Problem solved.
That is a beautiful sound. That is a beautiful
It's
sound.
just
What is
satisfying.
involved with adding these guns from a technical standpoint, Han Solo Dolo? That is an awesome question, and I'm not going to answer it.
So
I thought you were going to give it a crack.
That's your job, my
The
friend.
answer is lots. Lots of technical problems, man.
yeah, so Brian's probably the one who would give you the most detailed answer on that. But essentially, each of our guns, it's got the art that these guys create, but it's also got a bunch of data that determines its rate of fire, how much noise it makes as far as the AI is concerned, how many rounds are in the magazine, all of those details, how exactly the angle of the recoil and how random it is and how powerful it is. All of that stuff is defined in data, and so whenever these guys finish, making a new, very complicated animated model of this gun, it goes to Brian, who then he'll basically fill out. It's like filling out a gigantic form of all of the information about that particular
So
gun.
this is, we need to add this at some point.
Dodge.
The variant. This is the standard one that's in the game.
Yeah. So what I put on this character's inventory was the original one for comparison.
Yes.
But then we've also
Okay.
got the surplus.
Okay,
that
understood.
she started
Understood.
out with.
Cool.
Understood. Cool.
Dunedain, update.
Oh, were they asking whether this is like a paid DLC
Yes.
or a free
Update-
update?
update or
It is a
purchase.
free update. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it comes with a host of quality of life improvements that we will talk
Yeah.
about later.
Yeah, once we're actually at the point where we can release it, we'll do a whole stream that's all about going through the patch notes, seeing everything that changed by the game. So this guy, I think he's showing up with a revolver.
Bye, Chen Chen. Thank you for being here.
So here we got the chef's knife. No, just kidding. We have the 1917. It's classic. It's, the police used it. Military used it. It was a real popular sidearm. If you watch Band of Brothers, the guy opens up the package that his old man sent him as a backup gun. This was the 1917.
Gotta love cops.
Indiana Jones used it.
That's right, exactly.
Oh, yeah. Now, in Indiana Jones, it sounded like a howitzer every time he fired it.
They used 40-06
Yeah.
sound effect for every time you fired that thing on.
Yeah,
How's it going, Fallout?
30-6, sorry.
Fallout Girl.
Yeah, Fallout Girl in the chat.
Isn't she banned?
She
Not
fades
yet.
away.
Cable 9 wants to know what caliber this thing's using.
It's 45. It was issued to tank commanders so that they could easily, have something to pull out while they were jumping out of a really tiny hatch. I think artillery units too. Ew, you too, Fallout Girl. Banned.
Oh, God.
Luckily,
Mistakes were made.
so yeah, if the characters who had sidearms, I gave melee weapons to, because I left melee weapons off the characters with long guns because I wanted to be able to see them by themselves
Yeah.
on the backpack.
You guys get to see how wonderful I am with this game.
You're awesome at this game. Hush your face.
I'm busy making awesome content.
That's pretty much how I would
You're
perform
doing
in real
great.
life.
You're doing great. Don't worry about it.
Dan is just as accurate as a tank commander. Come on! Come
Hey,
on,
tank
Bart.
commanders don't have to be accurate.
That's right, splash damage, baby.
And next up, the Sherman tank.
Oh God! Why would you
don't
say that?
Don't
Why did you
tease
say
it.
that?
Don't say that.
Oh, mistakes were made. Ignore that.
Oh, boy.
Mark's been removed from the team.
Yeah.
Mark has died.
How many confirmed tanks in the
Yep.
next update are
Yeah.
we going to see?
Hashtag confirmed tank.
I'm not so good with the revolver, guys. Let's get back home.
Let's get something that you can hit zombies with from a little bit further away. See what Grace has. In
There
her
are so
arsenal.
many people in this community.
Yeah, but it's amazing when you have the cheat commands.
That's right.
I know.
And when they're not constantly dying.
Wake up, Grace. We got killing to do.
Have a good one, Mom Prince.
So what has she got on her back?
Oh, yeah.
That's an enormous
10
gun.
tons
What
of
is
lumber.
Oh,
So we
now
got the
you're talking.
M1903. It's a classic,
The sniper variant.
long-range problem solver.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
And highly sought after in the real world collections. you know, roots. Because the sniper variant didn't have that front sight and all that stuff.
There are votes to ban you for cheating.
Banning us for cheating. Yeah, you can't ban us from our own dev builds.
Poor kid.
Well, I hope they can't. They
think
can't
it-
make the game if they do.
I've cleared out most of this
Does make it more
neighborhood.
difficult.
Dan Mod, people think you look like Seth Rogen, so
Yep.
there you go.
I've heard that a couple times.
It's true.
Seth Rogen looks like Dan Mod.
Who do I look like?
You are 1 in a million.
There's some chickens on YouTube that you kind of remind me of.
Can you zoom that bad boy in? Show us what the.
Yeah, that is the.
Sailor Wolf says, I want that gun. Coconut Kid says, that is one beautiful sounding sniper.
I know.
Yeah, it's really satisfying. I'm just real happy with how the whole package turned out. Everybody put great effort and talent and time into it, and
Yeah, we should have a show where the audio guys come in and talk about it, because a lot
Yeah,
of times
seriously.
they actually take the platform we use to get the real sound out. So that may be a Springfield 03 as the bass sound, and then they get to play around with it, adding various layers to make it work better in the game.
That's so cool. That's so cool. Han Solo, we ate the same, I think.
what's up?
Pretty sure. There's a question of who ate more tacos, me or Brent.
Oh, yeah.
And I believe it was even.
Yeah, I think we each got 2 tacos. Most of my taco ended up spilling out in my plate in the form of sauce.
Can you refresh?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Oh, yeah. Our chat froze up in here again, so we've been missing all the brilliant things you guys have been saying.
Jerry Mouse, a code for what? These are free.
Exactly.
Yes, the free code. We need it.
Mark, you want to talk about this one?
What do we got? Oh yes, this is the trench gun.
Oh.
And talk about grandfather's guns. My grandfather actually gave me the civilian version of this particular firearm.
Wow.
It is lovely. It's what he used in the farm, but this one's got an extra heat shield on it and a little bit on the end to put a bayonet on. But it's got my grandfather's name carved into the stock.
That's
love
so
that.
cool.
It is a beautiful, beautiful gun.
That's so cool.
It was the first pump-action shotgun and modified for the war.
Ooh, it's a
And
nice
much
spread on it,
easier to
too.
hit charging zombies with.
I was going to say, that's a nice spread. Because no offense, that was not center.
When does he
Does he work here?
security?
Good night, everybody.
He and I were going out for drinks later, but I don't know anymore.
Something happened.
Freaky Supreme wants us to have the Infinity Gauntlet. This isn't Fortnite.
Are you
Something
Are you
happened.
still moving?
Oh, are we? Oh, have we?
Game crash.
We have hit a problem. Okay, well.
Womp womp.
So actually, there was a problem with this PC. Like, it actually crashed on me earlier today. So
Why do you do this to me, Jeffrey?
Maybe we'll just take a little break and Control Alt Delete that sucker, and we'll
We
come
can
back
talk
in a minute.
Trench gun too powerful for game, exactly.
BRB. There we go. Okay, looks like
I love
we lost
it.
So yeah, so go ahead and just double click the icon. We'll get started again.
Nice.
This one?
Yeah.
Paula,
And
will
then
all these
go down
guns be available
with the
only
arrow
by
keys.
looting? The answer was put in before. You can get them from looting, and there's also going to be a new merchant
Yeah.
who comes
so,
around and has them.
yeah. So there's going to be a new historical weapons trader who shows up at the same rate as all the other traders, and so they're going to sell these guns. These guns will also start showing up in all of the gun containers. So you can find them in people's hunting sheds. You can find them in gun stores, surplus stores, that kind of thing. And then there's certain rare variants of them: the barrow style bar, the gangland strad, the graveyard shift, and the one I'm forgetting. The one we haven't shown yet.
Surplus.
Yeah, no, not the surplus. That one's common. It's the variant of the carbine. Those ones will only show up in the rare boxes. If you go out hunting out in the world, trying to open up those rare gun boxes, that's what you're gonna find.
Nice.
I'm heading
weather-
straight to Treasure Island next time.
Oh, yeah.
After the update.
Oh yeah. Scarproof. The weather out here is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. I've been incredibly lucky in my time out here. I got out
It's
here on
not-
Saturday night.
It stopped
did.
raining just in time for Fall Down to get here.
It did. Just so you guys
That is
know,
normal.
if other governments would like it to stop raining someplace, you may pay me to come out. I'm just here on vacation, guys. But seriously, I stopped the rain.
Yeah. Next time it gets really bad, we'll have to call you out again.
Silly.
We totally had to pay Fall Down
Oh yeah.
to come out here and say nice things about us.
Oh God, no.
So, Brian,
Say nice things.
a couple of people,
Yes, sir.
a couple people have asked if the new rare weapons are going to start showing up inside Plague Hearts, and that is a question that Brian could probably answer. That we don't know the answer to here. So we'll have to see what he says about that. And actually, while we're you have
Brian says no, not yet.
not yet. Okay, but we'll have plenty of opportunities in the future. While we're getting into the game, how did you guys do research for these guns?
So, there's lots of really cool places and ranges and gun stores here in Washington that we went and checked out.
That's awesome.
We do that in general as a hobby, but we also do it for research trips.
We hang out like on the weekends, so.
And then
This picture, Dan.
I don't know if Dan can see it yet, actually.
Okay. This picture.
Oh, yeah.
Dan and I recently went to New Orleans to, because I wanted to go to New Orleans and go to the National World War II Museum. And Dan's second day of work here, I mentioned that, because he had mentioned he had lived in New Orleans, and I said, "Oh, I want to go to the World War II Museum." And
Push A. I'm just saying. Oh, yeah, there you go.
and he nonchalantly says, "Oh, by the way, my dad was at work there." And
he volunteered there.
That's
You
a great
volunteered.
Dan impression, by the way.
it sounds exactly like Dan.
Oh, more
It's like a
actually.
drunk Kermit.
I love going to no, and so of course I immediately latched on to Dan Mod as my new best friend, so I could use him for his connections to the World War II Museum.
Exactly.
We went down there and got to white glove in their collections, and you saw the picture of us holding various like real World War II firearms. and
That's
it was
so cool.
amazing.
What was that MG you had? Which?
That was the MG42.
Okay, that's what I was going to guess that, but I'm not enough of a gun expert. Didn't want to embarrass
So
myself.
cool.
I also collect the legal to collect firearm, the World War II legal to collect firearms. I don't have any of the machine guns, but I've been doing that for several years, and we're all big fans of American firepower from that era because it's cool. But we also go shooting a lot too.
A little bit.
Strato, I really want a flamethrower in the game now. They're Independence Pack, man. Independence Pack has flame accessories out the wazoo. They're attached to cars. They're rocket launchers. Well, they're attached to the cars, you can drive them around.
So we got
Or the out the part.
the M1 carbine. We needed the semi-auto rifle to kind of balance out the group. And it's got a smaller bullet. It's a smaller rifle, but it's lighter weight. Doesn't, take up all your
Carrying capacity.
carry capacity like the BAR does. But it doesn't take it all. I'm just saying, Don't take what I'm just an artist.
So Jacob Angelica asked, can we get a Car 98? Not in this pack, but this was our first theme pack that we really put forward.
This is our first swing at it, yeah.
Yeah, and so theme packs hopefully will be something we're able to execute better or more.
There's a lot of British and German, Japanese stuff we'd like to include eventually.
We're definitely not making any promises, but this
But
is, this is the stuff that we hope we get to do.
Woulda, shoulda,
And,
coulda, it'd be
This
cool.
particular one worked out for us, and we're hoping we get to do more in the future. But,
Always hope.
yeah,
Until we announce something, it's always a hope.
exactly.
But we're right there with you. We agree with a lot of the stuff that was said in the stream.
Strato, no worries, no worries.
Han Solo wants to know how long these guns have been in the works. Basically, the whole time.
All of the time.
I mean, we shipped in
crazy.
May, so it was
Yeah, it's been like 8 months or something like that.
two after that. We said, hey, it'd be cool. And then we had other tasks that we had to work on, and we're still making a game. But this was all
Oh,
passion
we
and
lost
love.
it again?
Yeah.
Sheesh, something's going wrong in this machine. Sorry, guys.
Well,
So It was a passion project, purely. And
Nice.
we did a lot of it on our own time. And eventually it became, approved work after talking to the producers and getting it on the schedule. And then we got them, as you can see here in the freeze.
I'm not showing them the freeze.
Oh, okay. I can't see what you guys see. Sorry. I'll show you when we come back.
The dev
Yeah.
build is less stable than the release build for sure.
Yeah, and
So cool.
the PC that we're streaming from is one that I sort of stole, and it's kind of twitchy. So
Nice.
it's not an accurate representation of this version of the game. But yeah, hopefully this thing will
Yep.
die pretty soon, so we can bring it back.
The weapons are free. They will
Yep.
they will be an update. You can download it. Zach Peterson, we'd love to do light machine guns, but it's a completely different weapon class that we don't even have in the main game. So it would require a whole lot of new work, but it's definitely
Yeah,
we've
we're
talked
kind of
about
pushing it with the BAR, right? Because that's technically a squad automatic weapon, but with only 20 rounds,
Yeah.
you're not
Yeah.
really falling into the LMG.
Like we don't have any belt-fed reload animations currently, and we'd have to establish that. So
Oh, this thing is giving me real problems.
That's all right. We still love you. I need elemental melee weapons and alien blasters. Fallout 3?
Yeah, seriously.
Like-
There's some games out there for you.
Yeah.
Nukes win.
Modern Warfare 2 State of Decay edition. Like,
Yeah, so sorry about the technical difficulties with my stolen PC that we've got in here, but we're going to get it started again. We'll show you the last couple of guns, and then if it crashes on us again, we're probably just going to end the stream early because no one wants to just sit here and stare at our faces like this.
there was a nuke in Lifeline. That's true, Space Jamming. That's true.
They were staring at your face.
I guess that's what we're here for.
Oh, Lion, that's true. A lot of people don't remember that time, though. So that throwback is when I first started streaming, my PC would break multiple times per stream. Multiple times. It would freeze
So it's
up.
your fault.
It was my fault. It is all my fault, guys. Basically, anytime I walked up to a play cart, I would have to do something like kind of inch around a corner, throw Molotovs in there, and then turn away and hope.
Hey, buddy, how's it going?
Yeah. Hi, don't crash. Don't crash, please. And then it would explode and be like, yes! So, yeah, this is all my fault, guys. I'm sorry. It's all on me. Yeah.
Ouchio Kids wants to know when the pre-order DLCs are going to be sold. We haven't announced anything like that. We the pre-order, the little pre-order packs that came with a lot of that came from particular retailers. We gave away a bunch of them in a Mixpot recently. We've still got some left over, some codes for those, and so maybe we'll do another giveaway of some kind in the future. Maybe we're not exactly sure what we're saving those for yet. So we'll have to see what happens. So no promises one way or the other. They might be such a valuable thing as a rare gift that maybe they'll never go on sale. Or maybe they will. I don't know. I'm not the one who decides those things. But right now, we don't have any immediate plans. They're not about to hit the store or anything like that. All right. So we got the game starting up again. And we're going to get in there and see if we can see these last couple of weapons before everything in this room catches fire and explodes.
quick!
Oh, wait.
When I go up the street to the right, is when it crashes.
Yeah, it
So maybe
crashes.
if I go back the other way, it'll.
Yeah, just stay in the backyard.
I love how superstitious we can get about
I
computer
know.
stuff.
Well, I mean, come on. It's
It's basically a bunch of little demons in a box, right?
yeah. And if you can get superstitious over your team and like the Super Bowl, like, oh God, I went to the bathroom and they scored a touchdown. I can never leave the bathroom again. Like, I mean, it's not that far of a stretch to be like, if I walk out the door to the right, then it's gonna crash.
That's why we have a TV in the bathroom.
Exactly.
Red Twilight, thank you. We can charge you $5 for this pack if you really want to pay for it. But otherwise, it's our gift to you.
Brant might be able to sneak a code if you pass him $5 under the table.
So this is the Paratrooper variant. It's pretty much performs very similarly to the standard model.
Oh, it's so cool.
And it's a pound lighter, so think about that.
Nice.
I couldn't believe how small it was when I checked it out at the museum.
Find
But,
something to murder with it.
You fold it up and you jump out of an airplane with it. I guess it needs to be a little compact. So
It is kind of strange playing in normal mode. It's like,
Yeah, where'd all the zombies go? I know.
Why am I not being killed right now?
Yeah, there's not a pack of 47 ferals on at this point.
looks like this one has the smaller magazine too.
Oh, man.
So, again, back to the compact. But you can lay down
So
hell if you
nice.
want to. So.
So nice.
Actually, yeah, speaking of laying down hell, we got one more gun on the list.
Will these guns be showing up in existing communities? Brian!
So they won't be suddenly dropping into your inventory or anything like that. But if you're, they're going to drop into the loot containers in any world that you're in. So if you've got a community that you've already got a bunch of characters you like, just go start searching some more gun containers, and you'll probably find them.
No actual paratroopers.
Big Lou, a few of these came with silencers, so that's kind of what I'm excited about, what I'm looking for my Nightmare group. Is just having those already built on there is huge. It's huge.
So this is the last one on the list.
Space jamming, this is answering your question right here.
So we got a extended magazine on this one.
There you go.
That's it. That's the only difference.
Oh, right. The T4 is the big one here.
No, you're going to the left. What are you doing?
What are you doing in the...
It's gonna crash.
A fully automatic M1 carbine.
What? What?
Timeout, reloading.
This was the one that actually took the kind of the most time and effort because the audio team.
Yeah.
This thing fires so fast. The audio team had to completely redo the
Just a
audio.
lot of flame.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, they had to completely redo the sound for this sucker. They couldn't use any of the sounds that the other guns use.
And often Brian tries to set the rate of fire as close as he can get to the real world firearm, but sometimes we have to fudge it because audio, like, we can't jam that many individual shots into.
Wait, lady. Jeez.
Because the computer only ticks so often, so it'll just start firing. Told it
So
to fire
neat.
900 of these.
Guns are loud.
So these are not actually zombies. These are just gun hobbyists
Yeah.
attracted by like, oh, give me
I know that sound.
Former gun.
Ooh, that's a good question. Will hostile NPCs have these guns?
Can you loot them from the corpses?
That's a good question.
Brian!
Yeah. So I don't know if Brian added them to any of the loot, the item lists that would get dropped by people. So Brian says rarely.
Okay.
So basically, yeah. So I think these probably got added to some of the same lists that feed into NPCs' inventories, but not all of them. And so, yeah.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Exactly. But yeah, exactly. There is a chance.
There is another night.
Whoa, guys. Undead Brian, look at this. The characters that can spawn with them, World War II hobbyists can spawn with them.
Oh, that's right. So when you're getting, that's another way you can get them. If you're generating random characters and you get a character who's got like the World War II hobbyist or rifle collector or a reenactor, a lot of those will show up with these weapons in their inventories.
That's so cool. That's so
But
cool.
it's not a guarantee. So, please don't get angry at us if you find someone with that trait and they don't show up with one of these guns. But there is a chance that they will.
That's so neat.
So I think we've been through...
That's the entire list that I'm aware of, unless I accidentally missed something. I think we just went through 13 guns.
Yeah, I don't think I think we've hit them all.
That's so cool, guys.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So actually, we should probably do a quiz right now since since we're out of guns.
Pop quiz.
So, hey guys, we've got a bunch of these water bottles. I know a bunch of you already have these things, but those of you who don't, these are Cleo Drop water bottles. They look just like Cleo Drops coming from heaven. And we're going to be testing your knowledge of the guns that we've been showing today. So, basically what's going to happen is Megan is in the chat. She's going to be watching for who gets the right answer to the quiz question I'm about to give you.
Stop shaking it.
Sorry.
He's jingling and jangling over there.
And the top 10 or so people who get it right in each of the platforms that we're streaming on will do sort of a random roll between you guys because we don't want the speed of your internet connection to be what determines who wins. So you guys ready for the question? Here it goes. Which World War II gun has been in continuous service in the U.S. military for over a century? Dan made a little reference to this while he was showing one of the weapons, and I think a lot of you probably already know the answer to this. In fact, I'm seeing it pop into the chat like crazy. So let's head back over to gameplay while Megan tabulates the answers here.
Someone did ask for V2 rockets.
V2 rockets.
No.
Yeah.
No, those didn't last very long, guys.
Oh man, this is awesome. This is awesome. I can't wait to get a hold of these.
Elite True H asks, are Enclaves supposed to have more than one radio call? I've got one that delivers cars, play cart supplies, and sniper support. Is that supposed to happen? Usually not. I can definitely imagine the minor bug that would lead to that happening, because basically missions are what give Enclaves their benefits. And if somehow you had an Enclave that went through those kinds of missions multiple times, I could imagine them developing that. Normally, we make an Enclave your ally, and then they only get missions that don't give them new benefits at that point. But I can imagine something weird happening in your game, and they get multiple things. So enjoy it, and don't let them get killed, because you'll be sad if you lose an Enclave that valuable. It's one of those bugs where it's like, yeah, it's a bug, but it sounds like it makes the Enclave more interesting. So I'm kind of like, I'm not really inclined to try to track it down and fix it.
Yeah, I understand.
Feature.
Yeah, it's a feature.
Exactly. It's not a bug. It's a feature.
Arky, yes, World War II weapons are coming. And they're awesome.
Yeah, so that was 13 new weapons. We've got the M1918 bar. We got a Barrow-style version of the bar. We've got an M1A1 Tommy gun.
What do you want? What do you want?
We got the Gangland Strad, which is a Tommy gun, the classic, gangster Tommy gun. The M3 Grease gun. The Graveyard Ship, which is an integrally suppressed M3 Grease gun. A surplus, old-school version of the M1911. We got the M1917 revolver. The M1903 A4 sniper rifle.
I guess I'm empty.
We've got the M97 trench gun. The M1 carbine. The M1 paratrooper carbine. And the T4 M2 carbine, which is basically a full auto M1 carbine.
So sexy.
So I think that was 13 guns. If I was counting that correctly, I think that's 13 guns. And so this is going to be a free update to State of Decay 2. At some point in the very near future, this is just going to land on your copy of the game. You're going to have it. You're going to be able to find them in containers. There's going to be a trader that's selling them. The rare containers are going to have the rarest versions of these guns. Certain characters with certain traits are going to spawn with them. And even the rare NPC occasionally might show up with one of these guns. So there's lots of different ways to get them. I hope that this gives you guys a reason to kind of, keep exploring the game and, keep, poking around in here with more stuff to find. And it looks like we've got some winners to our quiz. So, real quick, I think a lot of you knew the answer to this question. Of course, it was the M1911, which, just from its name, you can tell it's been around for a long time. But it has been in continuous service. I believe it's still being used by certain units in the military right now. And so the winners... on Twitch, Bravo Solution is going to be getting a bottle, so congratulations, Bravo Solution.
Congratulations, Bravo.
Congratulations, Bravo.
On Mixer, Mofo is the name that they prefer that I call them because it's hard to pronounce their name without being offensive. But Mofo is going to get it, so congratulations. And on YouTube, Jersey O. Or Jersey Zero is gonna get it.
Grats.
Yeah, grats everybody. So they're all gonna get these water bottles. Megan's gonna try to get in contact with you through like whispers or something in the chat.
Too many friends.
If she has trouble getting in contact with you though, track her down social at undeadlabs.com and we'll make sure that you get your prizes. So congratulations.
Did you switch to Nightmare, or they're just...
I don't know what happened.
Just started firing this super loud gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New guns.
Oh, it's so good, guys.
That's it for my ammo.
Well done.
Well done.
Glad you like it, man.
Yeah, this is it's funny. Like making an entire game is one kind of challenge and one kind of like sort of interesting thing to do. And a lot of times the most rewarding thing is just making something small
Yeah.
that somebody can just sort of like feel like they're holding it in their hands and appreciating it, and they can kind of look at it. Like these little small things are some of the most fun things. Like for me, I worked on a lot of different parts of this game, but it's like the name list is my favorite thing because it's just little things that people can focus on and enjoy. And these guns are in a similar category.
It's so cool. It's so cool. So what do you think, chat? What's your favorite gun?
Yeah, what are you guys most excited to check out? We'll make sure that our chat is live.
I'm out there shooting dozens of zombies, and all these guys are in here taking a nap.
Yep.
It is nighttime. They need to rest up for when it's their turn.
The BAR, all of them, BAR, grease gun, BAR. All of them, however, the BAR.
Mr. Dart, we already explained why we can't do the Garen.
For those of you that missed it, it's the sound, the ping that happens when you run out of ammo.
Yeah, we don't have an event associated with our guns that could fire off a sound like that.
And we felt that if it couldn't do it, then we shouldn't.
Yeah, shouldn't include it. It's not a Garand if it doesn't go bing.
Yeah, it's kind of disrespectful to the gun if we if we try to do it without that.
It's so historic that without having that, it
would have its advantage.
Yeah.
Space Jamming wants the banana clipped M1. The T4 M2 technically is the name of that one. We've also got some votes for the graveyard shift out there.
Oh, I look forward to a fall down rule of can only use World War II guns.
Yep. Can't wait.
Thank you, Lion, for.
I thought we were serving that up for you.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's a given, guys. It's a given.
Devoid Bra says I like the Chicago typewriter, which was actually one of the names we considered for the Gangland Strat.
That's awesome. You're out of ammo. Oh man.
Yeah, these guns eat ammo quick, guys. So
yeah, controlled bursts.
Hopefully you got that sorted out. Any more questions?
Ms. Boston Killer wants us to stream more often. So I would love to do that. Like we're thinking about exactly where the stream should go in the future because new content for the game right now is still coming fast and furious. Eventually that's going to slow down, and we're going to need to figure out what this stream is for and what opportunities we have to still connect with our audience even when we don't have quite as much content to reveal. So we're still thinking about that, but we would like this stream to remain a part of how our studio interacts with people who play our games because it's just this experience has been different. Just being on this stream all the time at Undead Labs has been a different experience from anything I've done other time in my career, and I love it. And so, and everyone here who gets involved with this stream loves to interact with you guys, and so we want to make sure that we keep it going. We'll need to figure out exactly what turns it takes in the future.
David Devine, any non-American gun or non-American World War II firearms? Not now. This was like a hobby project for the three of us, and then when we finished the guns, we said, "Hey, look, we finished these guns. Why don't we put them in the game?"
and then the question became, well, we have to go through quality assurance. We have to make sure the audio team signs off on everything. Yeah. And so there was a process to actually going from these guys having made these guns to the guns being ready for you guys to play them. And so we had to find like the right time and the right place to reveal them. And so this ended up being the time. And so now in the future, we may have actually made the mistake of giving these guys hope that when they make something off on their own, it'll eventually get into the game. And so who knows what might come in the future?
It's really rare in the game
cool.
industry, so.
It's so cool. But really, guys, think about, every single gun has so many different aspects to it, from, the modeling to how the characters hold it to the sound, the damage that it does, the clip, the animation. Like every single aspect of every single gun that's in the game has to be individually designed by multiple people. So, the fact that all of these guns got added as a passion project is insane in my mind. It's insane. Like that's so many hours from so many people to go into something that didn't need to be done. And just seriously, thank you guys.
Like we had this whole plan that didn't involve this at all. These guys sort of snuck this up on us. But once we knew it was here, it's like we had to find some way to get this out to players.
That's so cool. Never, Brian.
Yeah. Brian said someone has to tell FallDown to say magazine instead of clip so Brandon doesn't have an aneurysm.
Never.
I'm sorry, I was on the floor for a second, blacked out. Hey, what happened?
He also said silencer a couple of times.
It's true, as opposed to suppressor. I love you.
Diciest Flower, why do you need a shout out?
All the talk of the grand, the clip would come up.
Oh yeah, so that one actually has a literal clip. That's the one you can say clip about. There we go.
Partially 1%
And it's not in the
correct.
game.
1% correct.
Yes, thanks for talking about the.
Hey, you guys are the ones who talked about tanks.
Let's keep talking about the one we couldn't do, guys.
You can't do one warranty pack without the grand.
Hey, you guys are the ones who talked about tanks.
Yeah, that's actually the voice that I hear all of the
That
chat
was a
in.
mistake.
Brad, is
I am sorry.
Oh man, that's so cool.
Oh, I thought we...
So we've got Fallout Girl is complaining that she still can't find a Norma in Nightmare Mode, and Andy T. Pim's like, I've got 6.
Yeah, they're around.
Andy Pims is always trying to stir up trouble, though.
That's the problem with random number generators, right? Like
Yeah.
if you're using a random number generator to decide where your cars are, which is what we're doing, sometimes you have a map without a certain car, and that's just kind of how it goes. There's actually a lot of different strategies you can use to generate random numbers, and one thing that we've learned developing this game, which has so much procedurally generated content, is we've actually learned to love and hate different models of randomness. And there's a few of us, Brian I know talks about this a lot, is he would like to use different kinds of randomness in the future, because dealing cards from a deck is different from rolling dice.
Right.
And because when you deal a card from a deck, you know eventually you'll get to all the cards, even though you don't know what order they're going to come in. Whereas with rolling dice, you can just get 6s for the rest of your life, and it's rare, it's uncommon, it's unlikely, but there's no reason you couldn't just get 6s
It's
forever.
improbable, but it's not impossible.
Yeah.
Cable 9, I agree. The Brogan Trekker is the best car in the game. But we should really sit and talk about whether we should remove the Norma exclusion flag from Fallout Girl's
Account?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so apparently we've put some kind of magic flag that prevents her from ever getting her name in the game.
True.
To the point where she actually found a bug we have never seen before, where she got a character with her first name in the game, and then the next time she loaded it up, the name had changed to the next one on the name list. And we have literally never seen that ever in the game.
That's
It
amazing.
just happened to prevent Fallout from getting her name
That's
in the game.
amazing.
It was ridiculous.
an
we still have
accident.
we still have no idea why that
It's
happened.
a bug.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
sure.
not a bug, it's a feature.
Just so
Oh, man.
anybody who's in here doesn't know, Fallout Girl is a very dear friend of the show and the lab. So we like to give her a hard time.
So much so she's wanted. If you go
Yes.
into the police station, check out on the wall. She's there.
So are Mark and Dan, by the way.
That's true.
And Jeffrey.
Oh,
true.
what?
You're on there.
You're
too.
on there.
You're stealing a cookie van.
Yeah.
That's right.
That makes
Oh,
sense.
man.
That's exactly what I would do. As society starts to fall, the first place I'm going is the cookie van.
Cookies.
Oh, cookies. But guarantee that everyone's on your side.
Like if you roll up to a
Well,
Survivor
remember,
Enclave with a cookie
the
van,
posters
Come
went
on
up
now.
before the end of the world.
Yeah.
Oh
You
yeah,
were- You
I
were
was.
well into your criminal career of stealing cookie
True.
vans before
True.
the zombies showed up.
I could feel it coming. Something was just off.
Diciest, no. I mean, I do, but not on stream. I am not good. I have not been good since season 4.
Coconut is wondering when we're going to get a fall down Easter egg. I was actually thinking that I should the weird nickname trait. I should probably add fall down to the weird nickname trait.
hey, that'd be cool.
Because we didn't know you as well. When I was putting that name list together. But now I feel like you definitely belong there. So
That'd be sweet.
I'll have to go back to my desk
That'd
and
be
do that after
There,
the
there
stream.
may or may not
That'd
be
be
some.
sweet.
No, nothing. I didn't say nothing.
You be quiet over there.
Why you?
Why, you boy?
No, go on. Go on. Go
Turn
on.
off his mic.
Cornfield.
Oh, man. Make gas masks so you don't get damage from bloaters.
Their gas is
Corrosive?
osmosis through a single.
Yeah, it gets you in a
Ah.
closed-up car, so.
Yeah, oh, that's true. It gets you in the car, so it's just a corrosive.
Well, there was a character in Breakdown that was immune to bloater gas because they had a full body
Yeah.
hazmat suit.
Yeah.
So maybe that's about what it would take. But
Yeah,
but
David
something
just
like
pinged
that.
that up.
Something
Yeah.
like that would take brand new code, a brand new mechanics of the game to let you put on something like that. Because right now it's just 2 weapons and a backpack. Those are the only things you can change about your character, and it would be a big deal to add a feature like
something
that.
we talked about. These 2 take attachments, as you can see the puzzle piece on there.
Oh, yeah.
So I totally forgot to mention that.
So if you do want to suppress any of them, you probably can.
Yeah.
But
Not the revolver, I guess.
Optics and stuff. We wanted to integrate it with the game so you can, you're not stuck with how it came.
Gamer Boy, yes, it was earlier in the stream, but yes. Someone, Wolfpack has thrown this in a few times. Why can't we recruit the Zed Hunter Enclave?
So the main reason is the Zed Hunter Enclave has got they've got a lot of dialogue, a lot of unique dialogue that was only recorded for certain voices. Basically, when we realized that because each time we add any dialogue to the game, there's 14 playable voices, and so we can't just record a line for one character.
Right.
We got to record a line 14 times every time we record it.
Oh, damn.
And that didn't give it. We didn't have enough time and enough money to record that many lines to cover all of the stories we wanted to tell with people like the Zed Hunter Enclave.
Right.
And so what we did was we
are you
said,
doing?
okay, you Zed Hunters, you get
Nothing.
special voices that say special lines
Yeah.
that only have to be recorded once or a handful of times.
Oh my God.
And so they,
Where are you
but
going?
because they've got these special voices that are designed to say special non-player character lines, if you ever recruited them to your community, they wouldn't be able to say all the dialogue of a normal character.
Right.
And so we can't let you recruit them because they don't have all the dialogue. If they went on if you actually took them as your player character on a mission, they couldn't say any of that character's lines on the mission. And
They
so
would be mute.
Yeah, you'd just be getting like throwing, you'd be getting subtitles but a mute, and they wouldn't say anything.
Interesting.
Gamer Boy or Gamer
Boy.
Gamer Boy. Sorry, English major.
It's
I
Gamer
have to-
Boy.
I have to read it how it was written.
Boy.
47E. Yeah, we've shown you 2 versions of the grease gun that are in this pack.
Yep. There's the original grease gun, and then there's the graveyard shift, which is an integrally suppressed grease gun.
Presley, I mean, in all honesty, because there are people that wouldn't want to join you. Like if the serial killer with the crossbow, I think is who you're talking about. Like, why would they want to be tied down to a group of people that they would eventually probably want to try and kill anyway? I mean, like, there are choices in the apocalypse, and there are bad choices.
Moving closer to your hobby
Exactly.
is an option.
Oh, you saw me kill all those people, but you still want me to live with you? I mean,
That would
yes,
freak that
yes, but
person out.
right, but
I mean, there's people
but the
that's into that,
challenge,
you know?
guys,
Jeffrey, I want to.
Oh, but you want to do something weird?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me switch away
We're doing something
to
weird.
me. Hi, everybody.
Hi, we're not watching.
Yeah, so Dan wants to use the cheat menu, which we don't allow him to use on the stream. So while he's doing that, you're just going to get to look at me mess with my hair.
2 minutes.
That's
to do
gorgeous.
something special.
Are you done with the
I'm
cheat
done.
menu?
Yeah.
Okay,
Jeffrey,
great.
God, please change the. Oh, thank you.
no, that's gorgeous. Come on
Somebody
now.
mentioned the grease gun.
You support your friends' choices, even when they're terrible.
So this is how I got all the guns into the community, was I cheated for all of them.
We are a dev team full of dirty cheaters.
You know what? That's the only way to test things appropriately. You're going the way that it crashes.
I know.
Just as a reminder.
We only got.
These
two,
are some great sounds. They're
You got
so
2 minutes,
familiar
that's
from
true.
like
We only got 2 minutes left. Though.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously, was not in World War II, but I played a lot of World War II video games, and I love hearing these really familiar sounds from all of these guns.
It's so good,
They each
yeah.
have just their own unique sort
Yeah.
of report that
Well,
just
personalities, yeah.
And feel and all that stuff. It's amazing.
And when these guns were developed, and people were still just inventing the mechanisms that
Yeah.
make these things work, right? And
Yeah.
so it's like it's the kind of the first time a lot of these things were done, at least in exactly the way they're being done.
Yeah, the mass production of things like this is pretty impressive. I mean, like the Thompson is a great example. At the beginning of the war, it cost something in $1940. It cost like $350 to make a Thompson.
Everything was machined.
And then by the end of the war, they had that down to like $57. And
Wow.
And the
That was my last
the grease
magazine.
gun was like
Five.
they ended up getting it down to like $13
That was
or
it.
something
I'm
crazy
out.
like that.
Oh, that
So-
silence.
Like the 1911,
cool.
that mechanism didn't change for It's still being used.
Yeah, it essentially hasn't changed until today. I mean,
That was my
even
last
now.
magazine.
Yeah.
So we're technically supposed to be done. I just noticed a couple of questions that I need to answer though. So Hanny Salem asks, do hero bonuses always apply to the entire community, or only some do? And thanks from Down Under. So I actually should have said that in an Australian accent, and I failed because I can't do one. So in general, hero bonuses are supposed to be for the entire community. That's sort of the concept behind them. I think here and there we might have ended up with a hero bonus that only applied to a local character, but in general, the intent is for them to apply to the entire community. Like I have trouble promising that they all do that because I'm afraid I might have screwed one up or something like that. But that is the goal. All of them are supposed to apply to the whole community.
Nice.
Nightmaker 1979 wants to know who came up with the name Death Wish, which is a nickname that a character can get. That was my job. Was coming up with a lot of these things. A few of them out in the game
the stream, and that's
came from other people. But
I know, right?
yeah, no, like I'm actually one of the things. I'll give you a little preview. The next time we come back here to talk about the update that includes these World War II guns, we're going to be talking about some other features, including a huge stack of new nicknames that are going to be added to the game.
New vehicle, tricycle.
You heard it here first.
You know what?
Tanks and tricycles.
On
Tanks
that
and
note,
tricycles.
On that note, we should probably get out of here. So real quick, Dan Mod, thank you for giving us a tour of all these guns, and thank you so much for making these guns happen in the first place.
So cool. Thank you so much.
And
Mark and Brant helped out too.
Oh yeah, a lot. There's Mark. There's Mark over there, and of course you guys have been hearing the dulcet tones of Brant coming from over my shoulder for the past little while.
Runt Fitzpatrick.
And then FallDownGoBoom. He's got a Twitch channel, and you guys should check it out. He's basically he takes Nightmare Mode and makes it double Nightmare Mode by listening to his chat. He basically, if you watch him for a while, you can make him do practically anything you want, and so you should check out his channel.
It's true. Coming soon, Arky. I still owe you one. At some point, I will be playing this game with gloves on my hands.
Like oven mitts?
Oven mitts, specifically, because that was voted in overwhelmingly by the community. So that'll be in Nightmare Mode, coming soon to a stream near you.
They're so mean to you.
They are, but it's fun.
Thing he does for you people.
It's fun.
And with that, I think we're gonna go. So thanks, Brant. Thanks, Mark. And
Thank you.
If you're watching this on YouTube, go check the links below. You can get in contact with any of us and tell us how much you hate our stream, and we would just love to hear from you. And with that, we will go. But
Bye.
still technically be on for another 15 seconds.
Take care, everybody.
Pretend to be nice to each other until the stream's over.
Ryan! Ryan!
GG.